Hi, hello Ashley. Is that the correct pronunciation of your name? Ashley?
Yes, Ashley. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the most American name that I've ever heard. Boy, I thought that I mean, that is a dream becomes true, Pronounce it, hey, hello Ashley. So how are
Yeah,
you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm also too, it's time to practice. So, I mean, where are you from? I didn't see where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm from a state called Georgia, and it's in the South in the United States. I
Oh,
haven't,
I live in the south of Brazil.
and I haven't really lived there where I'm from, the actual place where I'm from, since I was 18. But that's my story. I've moved around a lot.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the process of learning English. Oh, actually, I got some questions related to the platform of Cambly. And I
Okay.
mean, I think that this our call is going to be recorded, and then I can, see in other times and also share with my friends. So, in our point of view, what is the best way to get the best advantage of the platform of Cambly? The best way to improve English on Cambly, not just to use the platform.
Well, I think that ideally at one point in time you can talk about multiple topics. Feel comfortable. You don't have to be an expert at the actual topic, but that
Absolutely.
can eventually sort of speak in a similar manner that you would in your first language about the same topic. And that would be a goal, but to just talk as much as possible. And another idea is if you get to a level where there is a certain vocabulary that you would like to attain, I think it's a nice idea to, find a resource that allows you to read out loud since pronunciation is such a difficult area of English. Um, that you could read aloud an article and be, maybe corrected, and then you build a conversation after that um, with the person you're on with. And that's a nice way. Today, what was I looking at? Mm, oh no, please don't tell me I lost it. Oh, here it is. So, this is a sort of like a very easy website that I was using for, reading. Let
Oh,
me,
I receive it here. Lingua.com/English/reading.
yeah, so there's this level, but now I'm trying to say,
So
you
I that is interesting for me because I never thought about it, just go to read something for the teacher and teacher being correcting or trying to get a better pronunciation. That is an
mhm.
interesting point. I've never heard about it.
um, but let me, I'm trying to find another level, like intermediate.
And I mean, for I got another question. I'm going to
Okay.
try. I'm gonna try to reach this website, but I got another question. Now,
Okay.
for people that don't have a great level of English, they can barely understand and express themselves, in a bad way. What is the best way to get, a best advantage from the Cambly platform? Do you already have some experience with the bad student? I mean, not bad student, but the beginners ones? And what is the best way for them to, get a best advantage from the platform?
Well, ideally, I believe that getting down some of those basic questions is really helpful. Cambly now also, has these lessons that they've added to the library. A tutor has a library, and there are certain topics someone could go through. But everyone should try to speak, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And even at the most basic level, someone can even try to do some reading. If are you referring to an adult or a child?
No, I know it's not a specific. Any, not a child, because a child is not going to be, I mean, shy about speaking English. They are going to, make the process most fun as possible, but more for the people's like 20s.
Yeah. Well, another thing I always tell people is that exposure to the language is always useful. So, if you can at least get 25 to 30 minutes in a day of, watching a show or a series,
Yeah.
I think that that's ideal. And that helps you sort of, pick up vocabulary and
Understand the patterns about it, the rhythm and flows and the pitch.
Yeah, it's also simply put as the cadence of the language.
Yeah.
Like the song, and how it sounds. And so that's another useful thing. Not movies. Not movies.
And not even podcasts, because I mean, podcasts is some sort of, I don't know, intermediate level, because you are just going to listen, and if you don't understand the words, you are not going to be able to learn anything. So, yeah.
Also think like, if you're trying to get conversation, you probably don't want to watch a show that is about, the medical field or,
Yeah.
okay, for example, there's this show called Scrubs. It's a comedy. It is not a show that someone would want to learn English with because it's so fast.
Oh, I
Like,
imagine.
yeah, so it's a very quick humor, quick delivery.
Which
English.
accent? Which accent they use in these scrubs?
I would probably say Orange County, California.
Yeah, I get it.
More and more, the Orange County, Los Angeles.
I get
More
it.
and more that LA accent is considered to be the standard American English.
Okay, I mean, it's not difficult, it's not hard. I mean, in my point of view, the most hard, accent to understand are people from Texas. It's hugely hard. I mean,
That's
that
where
is
I am right now.
you it really?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
So, but you used to speak more like, I don't know. I can't, relate it your accent from some other area of the United States. But I mean, I got some friend that he's from Texas, and he speak more like, things that he's singing. I don't know if that is
Yeah,
the exactly neighborhood where he live, but it's different. It's totally different.
sure. And I mean, accents change. I'm originally from Georgia, so I'm from a different state. I'm still from the South, but a huge impact on the sound of it is urban versus
Dallas. I think that is the
Dallas.
city.
He's from Dallas. urban versus like city versus country, you know. That can have a huge influence on the sound of a language.
Yeah. And even related to accent, when you start to, I mean, a new teacher, a new tutor on Cambly, you know, do you get some informations that tells for you teachers like, oh, you gotta speak like, you gotta speak more slowly. You can't speak the English spoken on a street, or that they don't recommend these things for you as a tutors.
Yeah, there were some things like that. What I usually do is I sort of accommodate the speaker's speed. So when I meet someone new, I change the speed depending on them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay, I get it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But I mean, for some people's that is good, but for me that is bad, because that seems like, oh, for example, now I'm here talking with you, and if I go straight to the serious TV or some news on YouTube or whatever, some native content for native English speakers, I'm going to feel, oh my God, but that was not the English that I was listening,
No,
and that
no,
that
no,
brings
no.
me
That's
down.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's a process, right? When you first start having a conversation with someone, you start at a certain speed so they can get used to the way you speak, right? Almost always, I end a class speaking faster than I started the class because
I
that's
get it.
what it is. You measure it, but you know you it's really going to be disheartening and hurtful for a student if you start a class and you're rambling and you're talking too quickly. It can really discourage them and make them,
Oh, I get it.
yeah. So,
That's some sort of protocol.
yeah, and I mean, different teachers have different styles, but at the same time, they're different accents and they're different people. So, like, you're going to encounter, a lot of different English, but yeah. I think it depends on what you're watching, too. Like a teacher's not going to be able to reflect like all the shows and all the movies and
I
all
get it.
the bushes
I
out
get
there.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Keep
So
watching.
our call is about to end. So bye.
Okay. Have a good one.